board members. How are we doing this fine, fine Halloween Monday? That's right, it's Halloween Monday. And I hope you're all doing well. Ika, welcome. How goes it? I'm starving. And that's a good thing. Because we have acquired one Diablo Dare from the Arby's where they have the meats. Donate to children. Just find a kid and give them money. I'm sure it'll be fine. But yes, so I decided the best way to probably do this would be if I did the Diablo Dare part of this here. And then, of course, we did the watch along over in the Discord. Can you hear me? Can everyone hear me? Hold on. Am I being heard? I'm getting reports that my audio is not working. Okay, Diablo chair. So you heard that. So that means everything else should be working. Audio should be fine. The numbers are moving for me. Trying to organize all of this right now. But yeah, how are you doing, Ika? I have to tech support all the board members here. Okay. Yeah, how you doing, Ika? I know you said you got help from someone at work, so everything is got done super fast. You got home super early. See-through plastic, by the way, wave of the future. Keep your minds open for that one. But yeah, you said you've done the Diablo Dare, right? With the chicken sandwich. That's what I've acquired here. I've also got the Discovery Plus setup. We should be good on that. We'll be starting off with one of my personal favorite episodes. Let me see, where is it? Pavgilla Island. Send a bottle to another dimension. I wouldn't call it another dimension, but it might warp space-time, but not dimension. It's a space-time, but not dimension warp. I don't think there's warping of dimension in there. Just space and time. Both of them are warped. You got to do the warp. If you don't do the warp motion, you're not technically describing what it's like to go through space-time, all right? You have to do the warp, but not dimension. Warp, but not through dimension. It's like that. But yeah, so we've got the Discovery Plus set up, so we'll be able to get that going, which will be over in the Discord once we get to that. Right now, I'm just waiting to see who else is going to show up. Apparently apparently some of the board members are having a hard time figuring out why they can't hear me. Which I don't know how to help with that. But yeah, so technically the event was scheduled for 3:30, so we are starting earlier, but I had some people request that we start as early as possible, and this is as early as I could start. Okay, apparently they figured it out. Welcome, board members, lurkers. Welcome. Should I start pinging people to get them over here for this? I mean, I Swear I'm Not an Elk is only playing The Sims 4. Should I ping her and get her over here? Cardinal Exodus is online but not doing anything. I mean, The Sims 4 is a pretty big deal, right? We should not be interfering with The Sims 4. I don't want her to accidentally delete the ladder into the pool and then all of her Sims drowned. And then they become ghosts or vampires or werewolves or aliens or whatever else happens after you can die. I don't think they can become literal death, but they can become other undead creatures, right? But yeah, so for right now, the way I've got this lined up, I've got like 5 episodes that are, some of them are my favorite episodes, and then some of them are ones voted on by the internet at large. So, yay. I couldn't find the one with the priest who got stabbed. That might be character building. uh, yeah. Um, that might be a different show. I mean, this was from years ago, so I might just be remembering which. There were several ghost hunting shows, very, very popular for a while there, in like the early 2000s, and I might just be misremembering which one I saw that on. But, all right. But so Ika, did you get all of it, or did you just for the Diablo Dare? Did you get the whole thing, or did you only get the sandwich? I character built my Sims a lot. I can't imagine. Really? Ika? I can't kill anyone. Ika did some character building in The Sims? I can't imagine that you, of all people, would be the one to do horrible, horrible things to your Sims. No, not you. Not my bright and shining boy, Ika. I got the sandwich and the shake. Okay, so for me, I've got the sandwich. One. With apparently a code on there. I'm not sure what the code's for. Head to TikTok, eat on camera, try not to sip the shake. I don't have the shake here. Shake is over in the break room, not even a thing. So that's not going to happen one way or the other. I have no idea how to stream to TikTok, so I'm not going to be doing that. But yeah, otherwise, one Diablo sandwich. One chicken Diablo sandwich. It sounded better to me than the roast beef. Then we also have the crinkle cut fries with whatever spicy sauce this is also on that. I will be eating that with a fork in an attempt to not have my fingers want to burn my eyes nonstop for 2 days straight. Fork. What kind of shake did they give you, Ika? Because for me, it was just a very plain... It was just a very plain vanilla small. I'm happy they asked, though, because I don't like chocolate. So it would have been a mild loss if they had given me a free chocolate shake. That's not... Those fries look a little light on toppings. Yeah, I'm sure they didn't go bonkers with them. It's not like... I mean, you can... They're fine. They're not great, but they're fine. I got a vanilla, but I don't care about vanilla versus chocolate that much. Well, see, that's how we differ, Ika. All right, we'll start with the fries. And as far as I can tell, the rules for this dare are just eat this stuff and not drink from the shake. The free shake that I'm pretty sure I paid for, but here we go, everyone. Let's try the fries. They smell good. They smell what does that smell? Like, I don't know, just a generic kind of spicy smell. Get your food ASMR in there. It's good. There's definitely spicy in it, but it's not too spicy. It's not as spicy as the noodles. I'll say that much. But I mean, if you smell this, it just smells like pepper. Now, I'm not trying to chug it down or anything. I am trying to engulf and be involved with the spice. But it's good. It's like a very sweet kind of barbecue sauce. I didn't know pepper had a smell. Well, it smells like if I were to smell this, I would go, oh, that smells like a spicy sauce. But it's a very sweet sauce, which I like. It's a sweet barbecue sauce on top of that, which I really like. This is actually very good so far. If this is the extent of the challenge, we're good. I'm going to have no problem finishing this challenge. But I'm hoping that everyone has at least a little bit of fun when we go over to the Ghost Adventure stuff over on Discord. I enjoy the show. Oh, it's hard to not get all the burning straight down your throat. Hold on. Okay. But yeah, I enjoy Ghost Adventures just for the wackiness and the hosts. It's not like the best show ever or anything. I'm of two minds about ghosts. I want them to exist, but I don't know if they do. Torn about that. As someone who's only had very minimal interactions with ghosts, I will say that I have no for sure evidence personally. I've had two ghostly incidences in my life. I think I talked about one. I was camping with a now ex girlfriend, and we'd stayed at a campground at the base of the Superstition Mountains, which are notoriously haunted. If you come to Arizona and I don't know to the main city, any city, the Superstition Mountains are well known to just be generically haunted all over the place. But we were staying at a campground at the base. Very nice campground. It was kind of pricey for just being there for a night, but whatever. And basically about 6 p.m., we had gotten everything set up, and I was cooking hot dogs, I think. If I do, maybe, but otherwise, I don't really believe. That's fair. That's totally fair. It's a basic scientific method, right? Like, until you have evidence, you don't believe. Why believe in it if something you don't have evidence for? Um, but we got everything set up, and I was cooking the hot dogs, and basically one side of the campground, we'll say like the east side of the campground was a road. The west side was just natural earth, like just the plants and stuff. But if you kept going further, there was a path that led down the middle of all the campsites that you could walk over to. And if you walked all the way to one end or the other, there was a little like bathroom stalls and shower area. Well, we had set up the chairs with our backs to the little path, so we were facing the road. She's sitting in a chair, I'm cooking. We're chit-chatting. We hear somebody walking kind of down the path, but then they start heading towards our campground. And I'm thinking, oh, they probably made a left turn at the wrong time or a right turn at the wrong time or whatever. They're just going to the wrong campground. So I'm sitting there cooking and we're talking, and then it's getting closer and closer and closer. And then we start kind of looking at each other like, what's going on? Like, and I'm looking at her and then kind of past her where the noise is coming from. We're waiting and we're waiting. It's getting closer, and it just sounds like someone walking, just normal bipedal steps. Nothing weird about it. They're walking. This thing, whatever this is walking, and finally, it's probably a good 15 feet behind where my girlfriend at the time was sitting. And I'm looking at her, and she's looking at me, and she's starting to look very nervous. And I'm staring at this, expecting to see a head pop out or an arm pop out or something of like some of the bushes. And the bushes aren't even that thick. They're Arizona bushes, which are not like these super dense bushes. These are thin cactusy desert brush bushes. We're waiting. It finally gets to maybe about 12 feet. It gets a little bit closer, and then it just stops. No sound, nothing. No like walking away, no like bird chirp or animal noises or nothing. No bird flying out of a bush or something. Nothing. It just walks up right behind her, gets to about 10 feet, and then stops. I'm staring at it, and I'm waiting for like a bird or snake or anything to pop out of this bush. Nothing happens. Finally, after like maybe a minute or so, my ex is like, what was that? What is going on? And I'm like, I don't know. I didn't see anything. And she's like, what? I'm like, yeah, did you hear that? And she's like, yeah, it was footsteps, and they came up right behind me. And I said, yeah, there's nothing there. Turn around, look. And she turns around and looks. She's like, whoa, that was super weird. So that was the first weird, kind of supernatural thing to happen to me. But like, maybe there's another explanation. Maybe it's the wind blowing something. Like, there's a lot of options that could solve that problem. Okay. Now, if you say invisible Bigfoot, You should also look up electric Bigfoot. That's the thing. Electric Bigfoot was the way that they described the creature that is the inspiration for Stranger Things. The Montauk Monster. It was this whole thing, a whole urban legend, basically, of a site the military was doing secret investigations of, like, mind reading and stuff, and then they accidentally unleashed an electric Bigfoot, as they described it, that terrorized the military base until finally it killed and/or everyone was evacuated, and eventually they abandoned the site because they didn't know how to get rid of electric Bigfoot. Elemental Bigfoot? Yeah, it's an electric Bigfoot. They said they summoned it probably from another dimension. But look up the Montauk Monster. I can't remember what the name of the actual military base, but it was a Air Force base. And it was the inspiration for the show Stranger Things. Stranger Things was originally supposed to be set in a town nearby there, in the same state. But the town refused to cooperate with the show, so they ended up moving it to a different place. Which was for the best. There was no reason to invoke real people into a fictional show, you know? But yeah, these fries are delicious. They're a little spicier than I think I enjoy. But they're not so spicy I can't eat them. But yeah, so the second paranormal incident I had is, I guess, just as mundane or indecisive. Now it's time to open the chicken sandwich. Ooh. Ooh, look at that. Let's see if I can get this open without making a huge mess on my desk. That's a big chunker of a chicken sandwich. I mean, I do like that the bun, it's kind of hard to tell, but the bun is actually red compared to a normal bun, implying it's also hot. But with that first bite, maybe because my mouth is already hot from the fries, it just tasted like a chicken sandwich. Yeah, I think because my mouth is desensitized, it just tastes like a good chicken sandwich. Like, to be honest with you, it's good, but it just tastes like a chicken sandwich because my mouth is already on fire. But yeah, so the second ghost experience I had personally, I was driving to work one morning at probably 4:15 to 4:17 a.m. And I know this because I leave my house at the same time, right at the same time every day. I know how far I usually get, so I know that where I was at and where I was going, I was about halfway there. So it should have been about 4:15 to 4:20 in that kind of area. I was on a road, and I was stopped at a T intersection, and I had to make a left turn. I made a left turn shortly after a truck pulling a what do you call it? Like a trailer, like a garden, like a landscaping trailer, went by. I make the left, and there are streetlights on the road, but there's a couple of dark spots in the road because one side is a gas station, the other is just a wall that runs along a community. As I'm pulling forward, and I've only hit about maybe 30 miles an hour, I hit the first dark spot in the road, and as I'm approaching, I see the bottom of some shoes. And in my mind, I go, oh, after that truck went by, someone's crossing the road, jaywalking across the road. I better pull over as far as I can, but there's a median, so I can't go over too far. But as far as I can in my left lane here to not hit them, or, you know, in case this is an insurance scam thing, which that's how my brain works, is I was worried about that. I'm pulling forward, and I'm, like I said, I'm slowing down. I took my foot off the gas, so I'm actually slowing down at this point. The light gets up to their knee, and I'm like, wow, I can't even see their outline. They must be wearing all black. And as I'm thinking this, the light gets up to about their waist, and that's when I go, wait, something's wrong here. It keeps going up, and as the light goes up to about where their I don't know, the middle of their torso, I realize they don't have any arms. Like, just basically no arms. And I'm like, what am I looking at? This is not a person, apparently. The light keeps going up, and as it gets to about the, like, basically the top of their head, where their head should be, there's no head. It's like a, if you almost imagine, like, smoke that's, like, whipping back and forth in the wind. That's what their, like, where their head should have been is what I'm seeing. Is, like, this, like, wicking back and forth trail of smoke. Also, as I'm watching, more of the reason I think I thought it was a person, 420 Blaze It Ghost, kind of, actually. As I'm seeing their feet and their knees, their feet are kind of out like they're stepping, right? So it looks like they're actively walking across the road. So as I'm getting closer and more of them is being revealed, as it got up to that torso, like half torso spot, I realized something weird's going on. It kind of finishes its step and then pivots and looks down the road, down the lane it's standing in. Not at me, but in the lane to my next to me. It kind of turns and looks like it's looking straight down that lane. And I'm like, what? So as I'm now at this point, I can see its whole body, I guess. I'm almost to the point where the front of my car is in line with it in the road. And as I start to kind of get a little bit closer, it just fades out. Just gone. It does straight up like the Supernatural the show, or what was the other one with the three witches? I can't remember what the other show with the three witches is. When something would teleport, it would just kind of fade into itself and then disappear. That's what this thing did. It's still in line of my headlights. It's there, it's standing, its head is whipping back and forth and just gone. I'm like, oh, did I just see a ghost? Was that a ghost? And I'm kind of thinking about it, and I'm thinking about it, and I'm driving on my way, and I'm like, I think I just saw a ghost. Could that have been? So I go out throughout my day, and when I get to work, I had a girlfriend at the time, and I text her, and I'm like, hey, so something weird's happened. I'll have to tell you about it when I get home. And she's like, okay. And then I text one of my other friends, and I'm like, hey, I think I just saw a ghost or a shadow person. And before I even send the text, I go, a shadow person. That's what I saw. Not a ghost, but an actual shadow person. If you look up the lore of shadow person, I realized what I know of shadow people, which is a different thing than a ghost. That's what I just saw, was a shadow person. And I had to really think about it, like, did I see something or did I not see something? Like, in my mind, I start trying to run through what it could have been from a logical standpoint. Like, could it have been a shadow or a reflection? No, not really. Because, A, I didn't see it until my headlights hit it, which means it implies to me that it was standing in the dark. Not something caused by a light effect someplace else, that when my headlights hit it, it was revealed to me. 2, there was nothing between me and it on the road for my headlights to create a shadow effect on anything. It was just an open road straight ahead. There was no bushes or trees or like traffic signs or anything. It was just open road between me and it. Like, if it wanted to, it could have jumped onto my car. There was literally nothing between me and it. And then the third thing that kind of made me think this was something else that wasn't just a shadow effect on something was the fact that it had clear proportional movement and sizes and stuff. Like, this thing probably would have been like 6 feet tall. Like, it was tall, but not like unnaturally tall. Or like, it was just like, yeah, this is like a 6 foot person I'm seeing out here. And that all of the thought processes until I got up to its torso and realized what was going on, it looked completely human. Like, it had tennis shoes on. It had it had like tight leggings, but in my mind I went, oh, those are just legs, not something weird or supernatural. Like, it wasn't a floating like white ghost in a like a bedroom sheet ghost. This was clearly like an outline of a person. So though, and that was probably, geez, 6 months ago. Yeah, I've never had anything like that. Yeah, I hadn't really either until then. I mean, I had the thing I was talking about at the Superstition Mountains, but that's super, like, really stretching the imagination to make that be a ghost. It could have been something supernatural, but it also could have just been the wind acting really weird. It's not unheard of, right? I've definitely heard things that sounded like footsteps, and I turn and see a leaf blowing in the wind funny. Whereas this second thing that I saw on the road, it my first thought is human, then it's a human wearing all black, and then, oh, it's definitely not a human because it doesn't have arms. Oh, it's definitely not a human because its head is made up of smoke, and now it's gone. Oh, I think I just saw a ghost. Oh, no, wait, I saw, from a technical standpoint, which should count as a shadow person. So, but yeah, so all in all, for me, those are the only two supernatural things that have ever really happened to me. I mean, I've had other weird things happen to me, but I couldn't chalk them up to a ghost. Like, there was one time, I think when I was like 16 or 17, there was just this loud, unexplained bang that came from the living room, and me and my mom basically poked our heads out of our doors to our rooms at the same time. And I legit grabbed, like, I guess, a weird insight into my life at the time. Um, I owned a firearm. I had been gifted a firearm, so I grabbed my firearm and like appeared in the living room, like went out into the hallway to go to the living room, assuming legitimately that I thought someone had like kicked our door in. That's how loud this bang was. That someone was breaking into our house or something crazy was about to happen. I grabbed my firearm before I went into the hallway. Um, I looked through the house, and my mom also looked through the house, and we didn't find anything, of course, but it was just this super loud bang. And it was weird, but it's not necessarily a ghost thing. Maybe it just sounded like it came from the house, but it actually came from the neighbors or something. Because the neighbors on that side of the house are also problematic. But yeah, so back to why we're here. Um, this is a good sandwich. This is just a straight up good sandwich. Like, is it very spicy? Yes. Is it, oh my god, I can't believe how spicy? No. But it kind of reminds me of when I was younger, my mother would pick up these packs of like spicy chicken sandwiches you just keep in the fridge and then microwave them and throw them on bread or whatever. It reminds me of that, but if the quality was like 10 times better and 10 times more spicy. Like, if you go to your local Kroger and you go down their frozen chicken area, like pre-cooked chicken, and you grab their little thing of like pre-cooked chicken patties, the spicy ones, take that, and then 10 times like quality and 10 times spicy is about probably where we're at. But yeah, I mean, I'm sweating. It's Like, I don't know if you can tell, my forehead is, if my camera would focus. Camera? Is my camera haunted? I think my camera's haunted. But yeah, my forehead is extra shiny because I am in fact sweating. So it's spicy, don't get me wrong. It's a solid spice, but it's not nearly as spicy as the spicy noodles was. The spicy noodles were painfully, unfunly spicy. Whereas this was spicy, but like reasonable. This is an enjoyable level of spice, I would say. But much hotter than this would not be. This is right at the edge for me personally. Like, if I go to a Thai place and you got your 1 to 5, I'm anywhere, I'm like a 2.5 out of the 3 on my spicy level, and that's where this was at. If it was much spicier, I wouldn't like it. It'd be a little too spicy. But the actual flavor of the sauce was good. And the fact that I can taste the sauce separate from the heat means it's good sauce. I've had lots of spicy sauce that's just raw heat, and the sauce doesn't taste like anything. Like, I've noticed that with barbecue sauce, or buffalo sauce sometimes. That you don't taste any of the buffalo sauce ingredients. It's just raw, burning in your mouth heat, which is not the most pleasant thing. But this you can taste the individual, like the separate barbecue sauce or whatever they used, plus the heat of the spice. Like, this is actually a good sandwich. Totally worth it. It actually makes me want to try it with, well, do I? Do I want to try it with the roast beef? Camera, you're also actively killing me, and I don't like it. The camera just does not want to focus on me right now. I'm actively haunted, I guess. But yeah, so it's about 3:15. Oh, by the way, I am done eating, and now I'm just drinking water. This is just water in here. So, Diablo challenge completed. Woo! Or the Diablo Dare. The Diablo Dare is now completed, everybody. No concerns. No concerns. Absolutely done. Okay, so Ika, and I guess anybody else who's here, it looks like we have some other board members in here. Welcome. How do we want to run this? Do we want to leave the stream going, or should I turn the stream off? GG, thanks. And we just do it all through the Discord. Because obviously I cannot stream the live episodes here. That would be a huge TOS violation, and it'd probably be a bad thing. Whereas in the Discord, which is private, probably all through the Discord. Fair. All right, everybody. So let me post real quick. We're gonna post one more time the invite for the event, and that should get you over to. This should get you over to it. If it will do the thing I want it to do. There we go. But this should get you over to my Discord, where we have a section towards the bottom there. That is just the lobby channel for the voice channel, and I'll be streaming off of that episodes of Ghost Adventures. The Discovery Channel, I don't remember, I think it's just the Discovery Channel show, where 3 to 4 ghost hunters go out and investigate various haunted locations. And it doesn't matter if you believe or do not believe in ghosts. It's about the fun you have watching the show. And I find Zach and the crew fairly entertaining most of the time. It's better when spooky stuff is happening, which is why I've chosen these best of episodes. my personal best of episodes mixed with some like polled ones. But even just them being wacky or overreacting to things to try to sell the drama to you is also very fun a lot of the time. But yeah, let me see. I assume if I do this, I'm probably going to sound super weird. Because I'm probably... Oh, here we go. I can mute the mic over there. Turn on... Okay, here we go. Share screen. Let's see. Is it... Okay, I think it's this one? I'll be, the best quality I have, I do not have the nitro thing from Discord, so... in the server that I'm streaming. Yeah, we can do that. Lobby. Okay. But yeah, so that's all set up over there. If everyone wants to head over there, we'll get started on that shortly. Let me double check to make sure this is working. Let's see. Can you see all of this? Is this working over in the Discord, anybody? It says the stream is still running, so hopefully we're seeing things.
Please rid me of all evil spirits.
Are you a murderer, you bastard? I cannot.
Now, you should be hearing stuff, but if you're over here, you're not going to see it. You have to go over to the Discord to see it. All right, so with that, everyone is now invited, of course. Link is there in the Discord. Also on the Twitter, there's links for it and in the invites for the event. Obviously, we're starting a little early, but the event information is there. So yeah, one successful Diablo Dare challenge, and hopefully one successful watch along of Ghost Adventures. Thanks everyone for stopping in. Have a safe and happy Halloween. The stream seems to be loading on Discord. What? What? Wait, what? What? Hold on. Huh. Well, I'm about to end the stream, so either way, that's fine for now. But yeah, just hop over there if you'd like, and we can chit-chat in the chat over there. But again, thanks again for stopping by, hanging out, and again, safe and happy Halloween. I hope to see you back tomorrow for OG Tomb Raider. I'm not going to go super long with this, but thank you all so much. Head on over. Yeah. Bye.